Hello, Millers. Welcome back to another week of SHS Media. My name is Jose, and let's start this week off with some academic updates around the school. OSAS state testing for English Language Arts will be held tomorrow on Tuesday, March 3rd and Wednesday, March 4th. Now, for today's story, we dive into a story covering our Splashing Millers swim team.
I needed a sport to do after volleyball season, and I was like, well, swim will keep me in shape. And so I did that, and then I kind of just stuck with swim after that because it became a really important sport to me, and it just was a really good environment and a good sport, and it kept me in shape.
What really encouraged me to join swim was two things did. One was my friend, Mateo Burr, and he just nonstop pressured me to join swim. And then the other one was the boost in my athletics because I do track and cross country, and I really wanted to see an improvement in my athletics. So I did swim to help me out with that. I try to take deep breaths because I get really nervous. So I do some breathing exercises, and I tell myself in my head that it's not gonna be that bad.
Preparing for meets, I typically the day before or so, I pack my swim bag with all my stuff, so I have a bunch of towels, spare suits, spare goggles, my meat suit, my meat stuff usually, and then I kind of just try to I do the same dinner every night before a meet, so I just try to keep a routine before meets because routine is important, especially when it comes to big sports things. So keeping that routine helps me kind of get in the mindset of I'm about to have a meet and I'm ready for the meet.
Well, they really try to foster that team atmosphere that I said earlier, and they also try to motivate you when things are getting tough. They try to tell you that being tired is just something that your body's telling you, and you can push yourself further if you need to. Individually,
I think they definitely just encourage you to do the things that are hard and that you don't think you can do. This year they pushed me to do the 200 AM even though I wasn't so sure about it. And I still did good on that. And then as a team, I think there's just a lot of overall encouragement, and then working hard every day in practice to push us to be better, and then just overall encouragement, yeah.
My favorite thing is probably the whole team atmosphere that we have. All have a really strong connection with one another, and it's just something that's so beautiful, being able to cheer on your teammates or having them cheer on you.
Tips I have for future students is overall just show up and be nice to everybody. Swimming is a great environment, and it's one of the most sportsmanship sports that I've ever participated in, so I think it's important to just keep bringing that sportsmanship and just keep bringing a positive light to swimming.
I'd say if you're thinking about it, just do it. The races aren't that long and they aren't that hard. I mean, obviously put in your best effort, but they're really not terrible. I plan on swimming beyond my high school career. I don't know if I'll be able to participate in my college or not, but I know I will join any swim clubs in my area.
I plan on, depending on where I go, I plan on at least participating in club or intramural swimming because it's just become such a big part of my life that I think it's important for me to continue swimming, and I enjoy it a lot, so yeah.
Jumping into our athletic updates for this week, spring sports are starting today, March 2nd.
My name is Evan. So make sure you are registered for your sport of choice at registermyathlete.com, and make sure you show up to your practices.
And now we present to you another edition of Enzo Space Facts.
Tonight, March 3rd, there will be a total lunar eclipse that will be visible across the globe, including all of North America. First, what is a lunar eclipse and how do they happen? A lunar eclipse is when the Earth blocks the sun and casts a shadow over the moon. Lunar eclipses have a few stages, such as a penumbral stage, which is just a faint shade on the moon and isn't really noticeable to the naked eye. The second is partial, where it looks like a bite is taken out of the moon. And last is totality, which is when the moon is completely Earth's shadow and appears reddish. Tonight, the eclipse begins at just around 12:45 AM, with it lasting until 6:23 AM. Totality, which is the most impressive phase of this eclipse, begins at just around 3 o'clock and ends at just after 4 AM. Obviously, it is a school night and is very late, but this will be the last total lunar eclipse visible in the US until 2028. I know I will be setting an alarm for 3 AM and get up to look, and hope you do too. If you do get up, I wish you clear skies and good luck.
We want to involve our student body in the making of our show, so if you have any ideas for segments or ways to involve you, please let us know.
You can follow us on Instagram at SHS Advanced Media for behind the scenes look of our production.
And that's all we have for today's episode of SHS News.
Shout out to Emily, and we'll see you all next time
On SHS News!